Did you know Earth wasn't named after a god? Octopus have 3 hearts and blue blood. Honey can stay preserved for an extremely long time. Pandas don't hibernate. A day in Venus is longer than a year. The sun contains about 99.86% of the solar system's mass. Earth is the only planet not named after a god. Most planets in our solar system have names connected to ancient Roman or Greek gods and goddesses. For example, Mars was named after the Roman god of war, Venus after the goddess of love, and Jupiter after the king of the gods. Earth is different. The English word earth comes from Old Germanic and Old English words, meaning ground, soil, or land. It wasn't named after a Roman or Greek deity. Interesting point. This fact is often simplified as Earth is the only planet not named after a god. But the deeper explanation is that the naming traditions for the planets are different, and Earth's name has a Germanic Old English origin. Octopus have 3 hearts and blue blood. An octopus has 3 hearts. 2 hearts pump blood toward the gills. 1 heart pumps oxygen-rich blood around the rest of the body. Their blood is blue because it uses a copper-containing protein called hemocyanin to carry oxygen. Human blood uses iron-containing hemoglobin, which makes our blood red. Even more fascinating, when an octopus swims, its main heart temporarily stops beating efficiently, which is one reason octopuses often prefer crawling along the ocean floor rather than swimming continuously.
Honey can remain edible for an extremely long time. Honey has remarkable natural properties that make it very resistant to spoilage. It has very little available water, high sugar concentration, an acidic environment, naturally occurring compounds that inhibit many microorganisms. Because of these properties, properly stored honey can remain edible for many years. Archaeologists have reported finding ancient honey in Egyptian tombs that was preserved, although claims that it was definitely thousands of years old and still perfectly edible should be treated cautiously because preservation and contamination can vary. Tip: honey may crystallize over time. Crystallization doesn't necessarily mean it has gone bad. It can usually be liquefied gently by warming it.
Pandas don't hibernate. Unlike animals such as bears, giant pandas do not hibernate during winter. Why? Pandas mainly eat bamboo, which is relatively low in calories. They need to eat large amounts of bamboo throughout the year to obtain enough energy. Instead of entering a long winter sleep, pandas remain active and may move to different elevations depending on the season and availability of suitable bamboo. Their thick fur also helps them tolerate cold temperatures. A day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. This is one of the coolest facts about our solar system. Venus rotates extremely slowly. One rotation of Venus, about 243 Earth days. One orbit around the Sun, about 225 Earth days. So Venus takes less time to go around the Sun than it takes to rotate once on its axis. There is another interesting detail. Venus rotates backward compared with most planets. This is called retrograde rotation. So if you could somehow stand on Venus, the sun would appear to rise in the west and set in the east. The sun contains about 99.86% of the solar system's mass. The sun is absolutely enormous compared with everything else in our solar system. Approximately 99.86% of the solar system's total mass is contained in the sun. The remaining 0.14% belongs to all the planets, moons, asteroids, comets, and other objects combined. The sun is mostly made of hydrogen, helium. Its enormous mass creates the gravity that keeps the planets and many other objects in orbit around it.